So I'm going to show you now how to do the exact Katniss braid. So you've already seen my version of it that we put up before the movie came out, but the one thing we were missing was the texture and the volume in the top of the hair. So according to Linda, brown hair especially, it's hard to show up that texture and volume in hair on a movie screen, and so she has to add a lot of texture. So she used the top styler, and this is what it looks like when it's opened up, and this is what it looks like when it's closed. One of the things I like is that it has like a little self-contained compartment for all the extra little clippies and such. And I've already got it heated up. You can see it's like these little C-clamp shells, like this. And these are full ceramic on the inside, and so they're not as damaging on your hair, and they get all hot. So, what Linda showed me she did, I've already done a few on the top of Jennifer's hair, was she took a section and she sprayed it with hairspray, and then she did a hard twist. So twist the strand up, like so. And then she took her fingers in the shape of an L. You can see my sore from shoveling wood chips the other day. So an L, and she wrapped the hair back and forth, like so, and then pinched the hair, pinchy pinch. Then she just slid those coils off into a little ball, took one of the top styler C-clamps, clamshells, and pinched it on. So one of the nice things about these C-clamps are the hair all fits inside of it, and they allow a lot of volume in the root, where like a hot roller puts most of the volume in the ends of your hair. And it's also an indirect heat, so it's not going to get as hot. She told me that the hottest that the top styler gets is 230, which is not hot enough to burn your hair. So that's a really good thing for those of us that have delicate hair, or where you don't want to be dealing with really super hot styling products. So again, I'm going to show you a little bit of hairspray, twist the hair. This is just one of the many, many things you can do with the top styler. So I'm going to go around the finger, thumb, pinch the extra hair, slide it off, and then grab a clamp and put it on. Now when I got my top styler, it came with a booklet that had about, I bet, 50 different techniques that you can use. One of the differences between the top styler and a regular set of like hot rollers is the hot roller, they're just the round shape, and they determine the shape of the hair when you roll it up. Where this one, you can do finger coils, or like I was doing, using 2 fingers or 3 fingers. There's so many different things you can do that change the texture and the shape and the pattern of the hair. And I'll even give you a little tip. Many of you have asked about Katniss's hair, the soft hair that she has that's just really, almost looks like finger curls when she's talking to PETA the night before. And that is actually a top style wave too that's very different than the one I'm doing today. So it's a lot of fun. So we're going to let these sit for like 10-15 minutes, and then I'm going to come back and undo them. It's simple. You can turn, see the really pretty curls. So what Linda told me was her inspiration was dreadlocks. She wanted the curl to sort of look like a dreadlock effect, because she wanted a really urban feel to Jennifer's hair. So once she got to this point, she took them and separated them, like so, into about 2 pieces. So we're just going to kind of separate. And like if they start coming undone, you can retwist a little bit, because she wanted the twisted look, obviously. You can see how much texture that gives to the hair, just doing that. Okay, and another little thing she told me that I thought was fun was that when Jennifer sat with the curlers in her hair, the C-clamps, she would text or go eat or whatever while she waited for her hair to be done. Okay, so at this point we have some nice volume added to the hair, and we're going to come over here behind her left ear, and we're going to just start our braid. And I'm going to just grab some hair. And she said she started it right up behind the ear on the left side, and she did the outie braid, so a Dutch braid. And then as she was going and adding hair into the braid, what she would do is just pick up one of those little twist pieces and pull it in as she went along. Sorry. And then what she did was she said she followed the nape of her neck, the hairline all the way around the head. And she did this because, which I thought this was one of my favorite things she said that I had never thought of, but she said that she had to keep it low on her neckline, right at the nape of her neck, because in the movie, obviously, Katniss is pulling out arrows out of her, you know, what do they call it, quiver? And so if she was pulling arrows out and her hair has, you know, her braid was here, the arrows would have gotten caught in her hair. So she was pulling them out and putting them in, and so her braid had to be really low on her neckline, which I thought, wow, I had not thought of that. So she just continued to do the braid and add in hair. And I know some people were speculating, I've been reading, and some people were speculating that the braids changed throughout the movie, that it wasn't the same braid all the way through, and that is not the case. The braid was the same all the way through the movie. The only difference was just whether they had just done the braid or it had been all day of filming, and so, you know, the hair obviously loosens over time and looks more messy than other times. And we are almost done. So you can pull those in as tight or as loose as you want them, just to leave the texture to the hair. And I'm not going to do detailed directions on the braiding because you can check out my other video for that. And then secure the end with the rubber band. And that's how she created the fun texture that she had at the top of Jennifer's hair that we missed the first time around in my braid. So you can see it adds a lot of dimension and looks a little more, you know, like a girl's hair would if she'd been running through the woods and playing in the arena. So there you go. Hope you enjoy, and we will see you for our next tutorial. Oh, I almost forgot. One important quick note. We are actually going to upload a second video today because we are doing a giveaway. And we are going to be giving away one of these awesome top stylers. The same thing I'm using. And all of the directions and instructions on how to enter the giveaway will be in the other video. So don't forget to check that out and make sure that you enter for the top styler because it's amazing and I've loved it. See you later.